everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 563 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup with Broad Spectrum SPF 50. So this is a product that I've been wanting to try ever since I saw one of my favorite YouTubers, Kelly Strack, try it out on her channel, and she compared it to the It Cosmetics CC Cream, which is also SPF 50, and I love that It Cosmetics CC Cream. And she gave it a pretty good review, but I was really drawn to this because of that SPF 50. I've talked many times before on my channel about how I need to wear a very high sunscreen on my fair skin. So when I saw that this drugstore version had SPF 50, I really wanted to try it out. So even though it's drugstore, it still costs $12.99 at Ulta, which I feel like is kind of expensive, and it's smaller than I was expecting. It's 1 fluid ounce. And at Ulta, it only comes in 16 shades. I got it in the shade Natural Ivory, so hopefully this will be a good match for me. It says antioxidant enriched pollution protector, so that's really nice as well. So let's check this out. So it doesn't have a pump or anything, it's just a squeezy tube. So I'm just going to squeeze a bit onto the back of my hand. So let's check out that texture. Pretty thick, it's not very runny. And I always apply my foundations with a dampened sponge. Today I'm using the Real Technique sponge. And I did already prime my skin. I used one of my go-to favorite primers, so that way my skin is normal and I know that I'm using a primer that works for me. So this is the Imani Miracle 7-in-1 Primer Serum. Also, is this not the most beautiful packaging and most beautiful product ever? So if you want to see my review of this, I will have that video linked down below. Okay, so as always, I'm going to apply it to just one half of my face to start so that we can really compare the difference. I feel like right away I'm detecting a sunscreen scent to this, which I don't mind the smell of sunscreen because it basically just reminds me of the summer. And I don't necessarily think that this scent is very strong, so that doesn't bother me. But I already used everything that I put onto the back of my hand, and I barely covered my half of my face. I mean, that's a thin layer, and you can definitely see a nice difference in how even my skin tone is. So I should just let you know, in case you're not aware of what my skin is like. I have redness, and I also have large pores along my cheeks and my nose. And my skin is combination, so I'll get pretty oily throughout the day along my cheeks and nose, my forehead, but then I'll be dry in other places like the sides of my face and my chin. So basically when I try out foundations, I get to see how it would work on multiple different types of skin. But just that thin layer did a good job of giving my skin a very smooth texture. So on my pores look very smoothed out. Definitely not enough coverage for what I'm looking for, but it does look very natural on the skin right now. There's no cakiness, no texture, so far so good. However, this is kind of a small amount of product in my opinion, and if I'm using a lot of it just to do a full face, it's not going to last very long. And like I said, that $12.99 price point is not that low. I mean, one of my favorite drugstore foundations is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and that one's only like $6. And I'm definitely happy with this shade match. Okay, so now I'm building up the coverage onto my nose and cheeks, and we'll see how buildable this is. seems like I'm not able to build it up to completely full coverage. That redness on my cheeks is unfortunately still visible. I mean, there's definitely a beautiful, dramatic improvement, but I'm just being picky saying that I can still see that redness because I want to be totally honest in what I'm seeing. So I would say medium coverage, but really nice on the skin right now. I feel like it's got a natural finish, so it's not too matte, it's not too glowy. It's very natural, but still has a little bit of dewiness. So let me give you a good view before, after. And I'm very impressed with how it's looking on my skin. I'm very picky about if you can tell that there's makeup on my skin. I don't want there to be texture. I don't want there to be cakiness. And it looks so smooth. It just looks like natural skin, which is what I like. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the other side. So that's about how much I need. I feel like that's the equivalent to about 2 pumps. So like I've said many times on my channel now, I just moved into a new house. So I've been so busy with moving and buying stuff for my new house, but I've realized I am so picky when it comes to furniture. I haven't even really found any furniture to buy yet, but let me know in the comments down below if you have any favorite spots to get furniture, any tips on that. My taste is very girly. I like pink and white and kind of like a, I guess, chic style maybe. And my house is kind of, the color scheme is like white, gray, pink. I went to stores like Bob's Furniture and Jordan's Furniture, and it just felt like they didn't have my taste at all. So let me know if you know of any other stores or websites even where I can find something more like my style. And I like Wayfair. Like that's an example of something that I like, but I feel like Wayfair gets pretty expensive. So also let me know if you know of any good inexpensive places to get furniture. And I really like how this applies. It blends out easily. It works great with the sponge. So now that the foundation is fully applied, I really am so happy with how it's looking. It's hydrating, it's smoothing, it's not emphasizing any texture of my pores. My pores along my cheeks and my nose look pretty smoothed out. There's a little bit of settling into my fine lines here. So I would just want to set that with powder, but that's very standard. That happens with most foundations. And I feel like the transformation to my skin right now is so nice. Even though it's not completely full coverage, I feel like my skin is looking naturally beautiful. So it's not completely perfect, but it still looks evened out almost completely. And I like the texture, but it still has some glow, dewiness to it. So I'm really happy with this finished result. And I really do think that this is almost a dupe for that It Cosmetics CC cream. Maybe that CC cream has a little bit more coverage, but for the price of this Maybelline version versus the It Cosmetics version, this does such a great job. I feel like it looks the same on the skin in terms of the texture and that hydration, that I could definitely see myself switching to this instead of repurchasing the It Cosmetics, really because I'm trying to save money and cut back on those expensive high-end products. So I think that this is a great replacement in my opinion. So if you love that It Cosmetics CC cream, I definitely think that you should try this out. And I'm going to continue wearing this foundation for the rest of the day, and I'm going to put in the description box down below my wear test results. So I'll let you know how this lasted on my skin, how my other makeup applied on top of it. And if you have any questions on how this wears, put them in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.